Welcome one and all to the Minish cast. This is episode 13 and I'm your host Petter, aka Pendio. In today's episode we're talking about the 3D Super Mario games, and with me I've got Domozilla777, also known as Alec.
Hey, what's up?
And we've got Dan.
Hey!
So yeah, two people who have both been on the podcast before, although Dan was a long time ago. Dan, you haven't been on... You haven't been on since you hosted the KKK, like the
that
cool,
was
the cool
episode
kids
0, wasn't it?
Exactly,
it was the
exactly.
Same episode, yeah.
Yeah, the very first episode we did in this iteration of the show. Yeah.
Good times.
You hosted the quiz segment, which I won, in which I won against Chase. I just had to.
That was a bizarre quiz segment.
It was a lot of fun.
There wasn't really any real answers, though, was there?
To some I think there were, but to others it was just bullshit questions. But it was fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, Domo, you've been on the show
twice, I think.
Two or three times.
Twice.
Yeah. We did. You and I reviewed Star Wars: The Last Jedi in episode 5 or something like that.
I think I was on the Master Quiz in episode 7, maybe.
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar. So yeah. So you're both veterans, or in to some degree on the show. Exactly. And also, before we get too much into the discussion here, as I said, the topic is the 3D Super Mario games, and by that I mean the 3D games in which you collect like stars, most stereotypically, but also shine sprites and moons in some of the games. Those kinds of 3D Mario games. So we're not counting the Super Mario 3D Land or Super Mario 3D World, because in my experience, those two games play, in a way, they play more like the side-scrolling Mario games, even though they are technically 3D as well. So yeah, the games we'll be talking about are Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine, Galaxy, Galaxy 2, and Super Mario Odyssey.
Awesome.
So it's those five games. So I guess to kick things off, how did you guys get into the Mario franchise, or at least this part of the Mario franchise? Like with these games in particular, for example, which game did you play first, and if you have a story around it. Dan, you can start if you like.
I don't know, I just saw them and wanted to play them. That's really all there is to it.
Yeah.
My first Nintendo console was actually a Wii, so I never played 64 or Sunshine until a lot later I started playing them. But I enjoyed the handhelds. I had the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color games. I can't remember what they were all called now, Super Mario Land or whatever, and they were really cool. But never had the console versions, and they always looked really fun.
Absolutely.
I never had so it's pretty much just the TV advertising it to me that got me to want to play them, I guess. That's really all there is to it. Right. I've always enjoyed platformers anyway, so.
Oh, absolutely. And as you say, they definitely all look fun. That's something that it's always been with Mario, pretty much. Like, they always look a lot of fun, so it's easy to get their attention, pretty much.
Yeah, well, they're very easy to play as well. Pick up and play for the most part.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. They're definitely easily accessible. So how about you, Alec?
Well, I guess my first 3D game like this was the Mario 64, I guess. But I didn't have it on the N64. I had it on the Wii on Virtual Console. And I always remembered, I would watch my dad play it a lot when I was younger. Because I wasn't allowed to play the Wii when I was younger. And,
no.
Well, at least when I was a lot younger. Then, when I finally was allowed to play it, I had a lot of fun. It was just this awesome game. I hadn't played Ocarina of Time yet, so I wasn't really, I wasn't really experienced with 3D games like that.
I see, yeah.
And, it was just a whole new world of gaming to me. I had never experienced a game like that before, where there's so many different worlds you could jump into through the paintings. I remember, and
exactly.
It was just a ton of fun, and just running around exploring everything. And also I always remember my favorite part was when I love the Bob-omb King or whatever his name was. in
Oh yeah,
one of the first levels.
King Bob-omb or something. Yeah,
one of the first levels, and I always loved like getting
Bob-omb's Battlefield, I think the level is called.
Yeah. I always loved getting to the cannon and like shooting up there or whatever. That was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was just I guess
Oh,
that was
definitely.
just my first experience with a 3D game like that, and it's kind of what made it really cool for me, especially when I got into Ocarina of Time. I started, really getting excited for these 3D games, and I have to say I haven't played a ton of the recent 3D Mario games. Like Odyssey, I haven't played yet. I didn't play Galaxy 2, but I got Galaxy 1. Never played Sunshine, but yeah.
Do I have some recommendations for you then? But we'll get to that later. But actually, as you say, I think a lot of people had the same experience with Super Mario 64 as you did, in the sense that to many people it was their first experience with a three-dimensional video game.
Right. Yeah.
Seeing as it was one of the earliest ones.
Yeah, I think it was actually one of the first. Like Bubsy 3D, I think came out 1 month prior to that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
The developers, I think, said something like, "We thought we made a really good 3D game, but then Mario 64 came out 1 month later, and we kind of realized our mistake." Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, and I think it's really everyone may not agree with me, but I think Super Mario 64 has definitely aged well.
I can't agree. Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree on that one.
Yeah, no, I mean I know a lot of people.
I think it's definitely aged well. I still play it sometimes, today, and there's so many other games.
It's definitely not without flaw. I mean, obviously it's
Of course, yeah.
it hasn't aged perfectly, but it's aged well.
I guess sort of as the physics and controls, you could argue have aged well. Would you say that?
No, the controls aren't.
Oh, no?
No, I wouldn't not directly, but like I still have a lot of fun playing that game. And I think that's
for me it's the graphics themselves. Like I get not or maybe the style or yeah, obviously it's an N64 game, but I don't know, everything just looks too similar to one another. The levels, the design of the levels, a lot of the time it's very, very, very basic. I can't remember what the name was. It's like you're playing on a mountain, and it's literally just all one texture, more or less. I can't remember the level, the name of the level now, but some levels are pretty good. Like they have made use of different textures, and they actually resemble something. But there are some levels that just look like toys, essentially. Like
right. Yeah. No. I get
you know what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah.
They're just very, very basic looking.
Yeah, and yeah, I understand that, and of course, I mean, of course you're right.
Yeah, I feel like,
but also, it is a thing of its time.
I feel like there's a
Yeah.
It was mostly a technological thing back then. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it
back
is.
then I mean I didn't play it back when it was released or whatever, but I can imagine that those were very cutting edge graphics at the time, and it's just now in like 2018 here we are with like Breath of the Wild and Horizon Zero Dawn and games with just insane graphics, and like
well, in comparison to the PlayStation 1, like even that kind of had it beat on textures, obviously, because I think it was just because it was more the cartridge limitations than anything else. Like you go back and look at Crash Bandicoot 1 or something, and that did push the hardware quite a lot, but even so, that game looks miles better than Mario 64 did.
I haven't played that game, but I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess that's always been something with Nintendo, though, or at least up until recently.
Yeah.
Like graphics wise, they haven't ever really been in the lead.
Yeah, that's true. Like even
even though they've always been innovative.
The Wii U is like miles behind its competitors, graphics wise.
Yeah, and so was the Wii, honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just how you use them as well. Like you can have limitations, but if you kind of make use, I guess, of your limited palette in a very good way, then you can make something look really good.
Yeah.
Even with a limited amount of colors.
Yeah,
so to speak.
like it depends on like the art style. For example, I think Wind Waker for the GameCube
Yeah.
has aged extraordinarily well,
Yeah, it has,
visuals
definitely.
wise, like with the visuals.
Yeah.
Twilight Princess hasn't aged nearly as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you use cell shading, it's gonna look really good. Like Jet Set Radio on the Dreamcast, that looks really good still.
Oh yeah,
It's just because it's going for simplicity.
exactly. Mm. So I guess I'll share my
Or Jet
little...
Set Future for Americans.
Oh yeah.
Is it? No, Jet Grind Radio. Is it? Yeah, that's it.
I don't know,
Yeah,
actually.
Jet Grind. Oh, fuck it, I can't remember now.
So I guess I'll share my little I guess how I got into this, like these games. Actually, my earliest memory of it was when I was with my mother, like traveling, like in the country, and we were visiting one of her old friends. We were visiting one of her old friends, like childhood friends or something. I don't know how old I was, like maybe 6 or something. And but yeah, we visited one of her friends, and her friend had a son who was older than me, but he wasn't home at the time. So it was just me, my mother, and my mother's friend at my mother's friend's place. And so I guess the two of them wanted to catch up and like not be bothered by me. So my mother's friend put me in her son's room and just put a controller in my hand and put Super Mario 64 on. And so I ran around in Bob-omb's Battlefield not knowing anything like what to do. This was my first experience with a three-dimensional video game as well. And I hadn't really played much Mario in general either. So it was a very new experience for me, but it was a lot of fun. I sucked at it. I don't think I made any progress whatsoever. But I ran around there, and it was just fascinating to me, like the world that I was running around in, and the music was amazing.
It's awesome.
But yeah, then my first stationary console was a GameCube, and my first video game for that was Super Mario Sunshine. So that game I played a whole lot as a kid, and I still love it to this day. It's an amazing video game. It's kind of the...
I have not actually... I was going to say, I just haven't played Sunshine. I was just curious what you think about Sunshine in comparison to the Mario 64.
Yeah, I think... Well, first of all, I think Mario Sunshine is kind of the black sheep in the Mario franchise, or at least in the 3D Mario games franchise.
Yeah.
But yeah, I personally definitely like it more than 64.
You like it more than 64? Okay.
I like it more than 64. I like Sunshine a whole lot. Like it's easily one of my favorites. But so yeah, that's kind of how I got introduced into it. Speaking of Mario games, also like I also played like Mario side scrollers like from time to time growing up, but I was never really able to get very like much into those games.
You didn't like the side scrollers, or
I like the genre, but I can never seem to get like very good at them. So I guess that kind of, I don't know, turns me off a bit about those games. For some reason, I don't know. I don't have any problems playing the 3D platforming Mario games, but the 2D
what about
ones...
side scrollers in general? Do you find those hard to get into, or is it just Mario in particular?
No, it's actually in general. I don't play very many side scrollers at all, honestly. I think the only one that I like played from beginning to end was Kirby Superstar Ultra.
Yes, it's a great game.
And
is that for the Super Nintendo, isn't it?
I think the original one is, but I played it for like the remake on the DS.
Oh, those remake things on the DS, yeah.
But yeah, it's the same game pretty much. It was yeah, and that's really the only, at least as far as I can like think of right now off the top of my head. I don't play very many side scrollers at all, which is why I suggested that this topic for today, specifically the 3D Mario games, because I haven't really played much of the 2D ones.
Had a personal, yeah.
So I'll actually be able to talk about it, and also like talking about the entire Mario franchise in one segment, that would take way too long.
He's done everything.
So I figured it was a good idea to like narrow it down to a few games. So yeah, we talked a little bit about Super Mario 64. Is there anything else you'd like to add about that game? Dan, you were not so pleased with how it's aged.
Yeah, I think it's just the graphics for me, or just the fact that they just haven't used it. It just very basic. I don't know. Just didn't really like it that much. Have any of you played the Mario 64 online mod?
I've not.
I haven't, but I've seen Let's Plays of it. It looks a lot of fun.
Yeah, I actually did. We're trying to actually get a group together to play it soon.
Oh, cool.
We did a little test, and it's really fucking hilarious. It's brilliant. They've added tons of new characters now. You can play as Sonic, Kirby.
Oh wow.
I think it's Kirby. Yeah, it is Kirby. Waluigi, Wario.
Of course.
Yeah. Because when I watched a YouTube Let's Play of it, or like a versus thing, they had like the basic other characters like Yoshi, Luigi. I think they had like Rosalina, Waluigi, Wario. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, they've added tons of game modes for it. Prop hunt is in it because you gotta have prop hunt for everything. Yeah, it's really weird. You can one of the objects is like a Yoshi, but his legs are broken into the his legs are broken and his arms are broken. So I don't know why you would be a Yoshi in a prop hunt game. It's like what's this Yoshi with all its limbs broken?
Oh my god!
It must be a part of the scenery. It's brilliant.
Wow.
So Dan, question for you. They made a remake of Ocarina of Time 3D. What would you think if Nintendo produced a remastered version of Mario 64? Would you play that?
Yeah, I was actually thinking of that the other day, and they would have to add they would have to do a lot to kind of, I guess, modernize it. Would it even be big enough? Would the game be big enough?
Hey guys, do you know what Super Mario 64 DS is?
Yes.
Yeah, but that was kind of, I think, I don't know, for now in 2018 though, because they kept all the graphics the same more or less, apart from updating a few things. I think they turned a few sprites into 3D models, because before they were just sprites. But I don't know, for a remake on the 3DS or the Switch, I don't know, they'd have to do they couldn't just keep it as a basic, mountain or something now. They'd have to add tons of new things in the background just to,
Right, go through, update
make
the graphics,
it look,
update
yeah. They'd have, I don't know, they reused the same level and you had to get 6 stars, but I don't know, would they have to make the levels bigger? Or would they be able to keep them the same size? Would people be happy with the same size? I don't know.
Yeah, because they are relatively small for today's standards.
Like I said, they would have to... But like I said, when it comes to the graphics and things, they would have to...
Undoubtedly, yeah. They'd have to...
Put a lot of work into just creating new
textures and stuff.
Concepts.
And at that point, they may as well just make a brand new game altogether.
Yeah.
But what I liked about Super Mario 64 DS was that you could play as Wario, Luigi, and Yoshi.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
I did actually have this Mario 64. Yes,
I still have it in my bookshelf.
On that.
Yeah, the controls are a little bit weird because there isn't a joystick.
They tried implementing the stylus, didn't they, also in some way, on the touch screen?
Yeah, I think for the camera movement, although that was optional. We could also, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then there was they added 30 new stars. So instead of a total of 120, there were 150 stars in the game. So they did add some things. They added some bonus levels, and they added new
It's been
new
ages
stars.
since I played the remake.
I think there were 7 stars in each world instead of 6, for example. And
Yeah, I remember I got that game for, I think it was my birthday one time, for the DS, and 2 days later, my brother was playing it, and he accidentally dropped it outside the car. I was so mad. I don't know.
No.
And that's why you no longer have a brother.
No,
man, that's sad.
Yeah, well, he dropped.
I think a friend let me borrow his.
We were moving, and our car had something, and that was wrong with it, which didn't let the door close all the way. And he dropped it on the floor, and then it just fell, outside, like through the crack in the door. It's one of those things where it's like just so heartbreaking.
Wait, while the car was moving or something?
Yeah. We were driving and
Where were you? Were you on a highway or something?
nah, we were just driving home.
Like
Oh, okay.
through the city, kind
You
of.
didn't say stop the car. Let me get my game.
Oh man, that's sad. But yeah, so I guess if we move on, I mentioned Sunshine earlier as my first proper Mario game that I played, like at least like that I could really delve into. Had neither of you played Sunshine, or?
I've not.
I started playing Sunshine. Got through the intro, which was really interesting for a Mario game. I'll say that. But unfortunately, the disc was too scratched to go any further. Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
such a shame.
We bought it from I can't remember where we got it from. One of those cheap stores that promise the disc is in great condition when really that's.
Yeah. I know the type of place.
I was really hoping to play that because, like I said, everyone's kind of half and half on that game. It seems.
Yeah, it seems definitely like it's got either you love it or you hate it, kind of. I'd say it's kind of Mario's Majora's Mask in that sense.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that.
I think a lot of people, from what I've heard, is they don't like the what's it called? I can't remember what it's called now. The water pump has a name.
The
Flood. Yeah, Flood.
Yeah.
Flood. That's it. Yeah.
I like it. I think it was a neat thing because basically every Mario game has its own gimmick, kind of, and Flood is just the gimmick of Sunshine. But yeah, you hadn't played the game at all, Alec, or?
No, I mean I've seen videos of it, but I've never played it myself. I don't think I even own it.
Gotcha. Well, as I said it before, I like it a lot. It's way up there for me in my Mario favorites list, and I don't know.
What did you think of? I was gonna ask. What did you think of the whole Bowser Jr. and Peach being his mum thing? That kind of.
As a kid, I guess I didn't think too much about it. I thought it was kind of funny.
But as an adult,
And I guess one thing that Sunshine does that I don't think other Mario games does, at least to the same extent, is having voice acting.
Oh, it does have
that's
voice
what's
acting.
so weird about it.
It's
the voice
definitely
acting.
weird, but it's also, I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah, but it's the fact that they've actually like got a whole story going about it, which is what's really weird to me. It's just like, we've got a plot for this game.
Right. I mean, and
Mario's going to jail. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, still the plot is kind of lame, as in any Mario game. But at least they sort of made an effort.
The other Mario games are just like save the princess. They don't really care for the plot.
Yeah, true.
But that one, it did seem like they were actually trying for something.
They did try for something. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but I guess the voice acting kind of made me appreciate the story a little more than I think I otherwise would have. Because it kind of helped bring more personality to the characters, like Bowser Jr., for example.
Wait, did Bowser actually talk in that game?
He does.
He wasn't just.
No, he does speak. He does speak. Not much, because you don't. Spoiler alert. I mean, who cares? This game came out like almost 2 decades ago. So Bowser doesn't appear until the very in the final boss fight, pretty much. So you don't see Bowser until then. But yeah, he speaks.
That's fascinating.
And he sounds pretty much as you would have thought. Like, it's a deep, grovelly dragon turtle voice.
He doesn't sound like he does on the that American cartoon show, Mario show. I can't remember what that was.
Oh yeah.
We kind of have a.
Oh yeah, what is that called? But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, no, he doesn't sound like that.
It's a great
But yeah,
show.
and also the thing is, I don't know if I could really put my finger on what it is exactly that I love about Sunshine. I guess the atmosphere comes into it a lot. Like, I like the areas and the places and exploring the places and like being.
Also,
in the
were a
world.
lot of the levels based around that tropical island?
Yeah,
though?
every like basically. So in 64, all of the levels are just fantasy worlds within the paintings, pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in Sunshine, all of the quote unquote worlds are just different locations around the tropical island that you were on.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I always thought that would be a little, I don't know, boring to me because it's the same sort of. I don't know. They would have very similar atmospheres.
I
in
kind of see what
Galaxy,
you
you've
mean.
Still got the ice and.
Yeah,
you know,
obviously, like,
lava
there's
and
no
stuff.
desert or ice or volcano or, like, there isn't any of that. So I see what you mean by that, but it still manages to make all of the worlds feel more
Different, yeah.
yeah. And also
Okay.
another difference from 64 is that this game, it has only 7 major worlds,
Really? Okay.
as opposed to, I think Mario 64 had 15.
That sounds right.
So it's just about half of Mario 64's worlds, but each world has so much more to it. Like, there's so much, like, so many stars and so many blue coins. Blue coins is another collectible. You can collect 10 to cash it in for a star.
Is that
or
kind of
for a
like
shine sprite.
the red coins in like some recent platform Mario's?
I guess to some extent. Although red coins also exist in Sunshine.
Oh,
They
okay.
also have like red coin missions. Collect 8 and you'll get a star.
I see.
But yeah, they have the blue coins that are more like, usually they're pretty well hidden, and like you have to really work for them. It's like to get one, and like when you've collected 10 or more, you can go to a certain place in the Delfino Plaza area, and you can cash them in for stars. So it's not something that happens automatically. You could potentially collect all of the 240 blue coins and then go cash them in,
Right.
and just get 24 stars.
Huh.
Potentially. But yeah, there's a lot of little things like that. Like, exploration is a big thing, and also because there are fewer worlds, you're able to, I guess, familiarize yourself with each world in a different way than you could in Super Mario 64, and that's something I like a lot as well. But yeah, I guess I'm the only one who can like really get talking about Sunshine. So I guess we'll move on.
Well, there's a few other things. Like, what about the enemies themselves? Because obviously, I know those weird, like, I don't know the Mario Kart. They had the weird duck things that were obviously from Sunshine, but they was
Oh yeah,
really.
they're called.
I don't know.
No?
What are they called?
They're called cataquacks, because they're
Cataquacks,
ducks,
of
and they're
course.
like they catapult you up into the air.
Oh, okay. I don't know. The design just looked really weird to me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
are all
absolutely.
the enemies like that, or
I was
just
like
the cataquacks?
I was terrified by those when I was playing Sunshine when I was like a little kid.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But yeah. I like the enemy designs, and like, because basically Sunshine does a lot of different things. Like, it introduces a lot of like new enemy types, and the ones that existed
Yeah.
from before are usually either changed up a lot, so they barely look anything like they used to, or
Oh, that's cool.
or they just appear like very, very briefly. So
Yeah, I kind of respect that they're trying new things out rather than just, going the safe option and just having Goombas and what have you.
exactly, yeah. Like, I don't even think there are any Goombas in Sunshine at all.
Oh, wow.
There are similar enemies that function pretty much just like Goombas would, but
Yeah.
there aren't actually any.
Well,
Goombas.
yeah, but, it's a new island,
Exactly,
the
yeah.
same
It's got a
species,
different
are they?
fauna on it, yeah. So yeah. And obviously it's left its imprints sort of like on other games, like in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, they had PD Piranha as a major boss in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Subspace Emissary. And PD Piranha is from Sunshine. It's the first boss, or like the first like proper boss, I guess. And yeah. So I think it's had some influence. But yeah, moving on, if you'd like, to Super Mario Galaxy. I know this one's got a lot of love.
Yes.
Ah,
Great
yeah,
one.
definitely.
So tell me what like some of what you think about it, or if you have any anecdotes about it, or Alec, would you like to start?
Yeah, sure. Well, Galaxy was. I actually had a lot of fun with that one. It could be really frustrating at times. Just I remember like when I first got it, learning like the new physics and everything, and it was kind of hard to get a hold of at first, but once I kind of understood it, it was a lot of fun. It was the different mushrooms you could get in that one, like the bee mushroom and everything, and the whatever else there was. I forget off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But there are a couple new
Yeah,
mushrooms
like
and
the-
stuff.
Those power-ups function pretty much as like the power-ups have always functioned in the 2D games.
Yeah, and it was a lot of
And
fun.
yeah, that it was cool bringing it to the 3D games.
Experiencing those in a 3D setting, like, it was a lot of fun. Like the bee one, I believe you could like climb on the wall or whatever, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
climb on honey,
Yeah.
and you can fly.
Right. Yeah, I just thought that there's a lot of really awesome ideas. A lot of really, I thought they executed the physics and the game itself very well.
Absolutely.
And you rescue Luigi. So that
Definitely.
was fun.
Oh yeah, but wasn't Luigi unlocked like after you'd basically beaten the game,
I think
like
so.
100%?
Yeah, I think you had to get every star, didn't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, I think so.
something
So I don't think everyone did that.
like that. Yeah.
I didn't,
I didn't
and I
either.
wanted to.
So what do you think, Dan, of the game?
Oh, Mario Galaxy is the best Mario game ever. That's my JJ stance on it.
All right.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just looks so good. Even to this day, it still looks really good. Like
Absolutely.
I said, it's good design. Like you see people, with really good machines, like showing off like Mario Galaxy 4K, running on an emulator at 4K, and it still looks really, really, really good.
Mhm.
So, I would say this game is definitely aged well.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
The music, really fucking
Yes, the
good.
music.
Oh, yeah.
orchestra, it was all, yeah.
It's
yeah.
stupidly good. Yeah.
Yeah, and they still use what is it? Is it I don't know if it was first. I think it was first using Gusty Gardens or something, wasn't it? That one still gets used a lot. Like I know. It
Oh,
was
yeah,
in
that's
Mario
a hit.
World 3D and Mario Karts. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's continued using that one.
That's a fantastic one. That's probably my favorite track from that entire game.
Definitely. Every track was just. I don't think there's a track I dislike on that game.
Yeah, no, it's tremendous. I think it was the
like,
first Mario
it
game
just-
that had like real instruments doing
Notable
music.
music. Yeah, I know they
Yeah.
brought in a whole orchestra for that.
Yeah, it's called like the Mario Galaxy Orchestra or something
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
It's actually
Yeah. They even released
Oh,
it on
CD, I
a
remember that.
soundtrack.
called. Yeah, I have the
CD, didn't
soundtrack
they?
actually.
But that was actually a reward, wasn't it, in the Nintendo Club thing
I
back
think
in the
it
day as
may
well?
have been
wasn't
as
it?
well. I think so,
Nintendo
yeah.
Power?
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Actually, our stores were different, so it might depend. Like most of the lower tier, it took you like you had to get a stupid amount of points, which amounted to like 70 or 100 games
Oh,
just
yeah.
to get anything decent.
Oh wow.
Because otherwise, you could just get at least here anyway. You could just get fucking crummy stickers or
Yeah.
I don't know badges. It's just like oh wow, yeah.
Oh.
And I never cashed in my points.
Oh, no.
They expired. Like 1 month prior to me like looking at the website, and it's like I've just lost
Oh, that's-
all these points, and I could have got something decent.
That's so sad.
Yeah, but
That's bull hell.
yeah.
Oh wow.
But anyway, back to Galaxy. Yeah,
yeah.
just they did really well with the gravity physics. Like I don't think any other game had sort of done it that well before. I know Ratchet and Clank 2 had a gravity thing going on,
Yeah.
but it wasn't really that fun in comparison to obviously Galaxy. They really polished that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the level design was really out there at times. You would go into one Galaxy and it's just like this kid's bedroom. It's like I don't know how this is a Galaxy.
Yeah, it's like Toy
but-
Time
you
Galaxy
know,
or something like that.
Toy, yeah.
Something.
It's like wow.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna knock the Galaxy. It's really good.
Oh, it's
Um,
absolutely.
Yeah, and they just they reused obviously like the desert theme and the ice theme, but in a way that was, I don't know, just different, I guess.
Yeah, and with the
Galaxy
Galaxy having like the space setting, it makes sense to have all of these like this huge variety of settings because
they could just do anything.
Like any planet could look in any way they wanted to.
Yeah, and I like the variety in gameplay. Like there was the rhythm, sort of like one level. The platforms changed based on the rhythm. I thought that was really cool.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of fun.
You remember that? Yeah.
The one thing I didn't like about the game, I think, was the 2-player mode. I didn't think they did that very well.
Oh yeah, this felt kind of shoehorned in.
Yeah, that was very half-assed.
You just had another
One
person
person sits and watches and shoots little stars at people while the other one actually
Yeah,
plays
that's-
Mario.
It's like, I know which person I'd rather play. Hey, you want to play Galaxy? Yeah, sure, it's 2-player. And it's like, here you go, here's the Wii remote. You just point at the screen and click and shoot at the enemies.
Yeah.
It paralyzes them.
Yeah,
that's all you can do.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I think it was advertised as 2-player, wasn't it? Like, I guess it technically is, but
I wouldn't
yeah.
call it 2-player.
yeah, it's that's what I should have said on the back. Technically 2-player.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I adored Galaxy when it came out. Like when it was new, I played it a lot. Although my love for it is nowhere near what it is for most people. Like I definitely like it. I like it a lot. But I think the reason why it's kind of decreased for me a bit was after I played Galaxy 2. Because in my opinion, Galaxy 2 just overshadowed, sorry, Galaxy 1, like, completely. Like, it took all of my attention from Galaxy 1, and I've tried to get back into Galaxy 1, but, like, I just can't seem to do it anymore after I've played Galaxy 2. Because in my opinion, Galaxy 2 is just way, way superior, and it's similar, definitely. It uses the same concepts, like, the same graphics, and, like, all those things, but it just takes all of the amazing things from Galaxy 1 and improves on them, and then trashes all of the trashy things. Because there were some less good things about Galaxy 1. But, yeah. Like, for example, like, rolling on the... Or, wait, no. The fan thing, like, Mario was in a bubble, and you have to, like, blow him with a fan.
Oh, right,
like, through
yeah.
it.
Oh,
Amazing.
yeah,
Like,
those
I
levels
never
were
liked that.
Quite frustrating.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah.
Like I think there may be one of those levels in Galaxy 2,
Yeah.
if even that.
I remember being stuck on one of those for ages, and it's just like, nah.
But yeah, like I agree with like what with most of what you said about Galaxy 1 though. Like the gravity thing is amazing and very innovative, and functioned really well. But I guess we can move into Galaxy 2 kind of smoothly from this because it's kind of
Transition.
it's very similar. Because but yeah, as I said, after I played Galaxy 2, it just blew me away. Galaxy 2 is without a doubt my favorite Mario game, and yeah, I don't know. It's not unique in the same way because Galaxy was already out and it uses all of the same like basic
The same engine, yeah.
Exactly. But they just executed everything so much better, and it was just overall just a much more fun experience for me. I think it was the summer of 2012 when I was 17 years old. I 100%ed that game 3 times over my summer break.
Dang.
Oh wow.
I just like that was obviously when I was the most into it, but I still love it to death, and it's just so much fun. It also has a 2-player mode. It's also not great, but they at least improved on it a little bit.
Is it the same concept?
2-player mode in Galaxy 2, it's similar concept. It's also it's basically the same thing plus a few extra things. So you can still, as the second player, you can still shoot and collect star bits, but you can also, in addition to that, you can actually like grab enemies and like hold them in place. You can't like move them around, but you can like hold onto them.
No, I thought you could do that in the first one. I can't remember.
I may be
It's been so
mistaken.
long.
Yeah, it's been a little too long for me as well. I just seem to remember that they improved it like ever so slightly. It was still kind of dull, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know what more to say really. Galaxy 2, it's got the same level of music. It's got like
Did they ever reuse any of the same songs? I don't think they did.
They didn't throughout most of the game. There were like pretty much only new tracks in a similar style, obviously, but only new tracks until you get to the very 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 last stage, in which it's basically a medley of songs from the first Galaxy game, which was cool. Super neat.
Yeah, I've never played this game, Galaxy 2. I mean, I vaguely remember playing the demo for it at GameStop or something, but I wouldn't call that the full experience, I guess.
Oh no.
It definitely looked pretty cool though. I just never bought it. Never got around to it, I guess. But
if you still have a Wii, I recommend it to you.
Was it on the Wii U?
No, it was on the Wii. If you still have your Wii. Do you still have your Wii?
Oh man, do I? Yeah, I do.
If you have a Wii U, you can play it.
Well, I can play on
Wii
Wii
U.
True.
That's true. Yeah, dude, I forgot about that. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, if you can ever get your hands on the game, I strongly recommend it because it's way
Or
fun.
you can just download an emulator, but we don't obviously encourage that.
Obviously not.
Obviously.
but you could.
But I could.
Yeah. I'm stopping you.
Yeah, I'm not stopping you.
I'm not stopping anyone.
Good, then we got that settled. So yeah, Mario Galaxy 2, great game. So Odyssey.
Ah, yes.
Hold on, you didn't get to me. You didn't ask my opinion.
Did I not?
Oh no.
No.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Talk about Galaxy 2 for me.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't think it was like I didn't have the same sort of. It didn't hit me the same way Galaxy 1 did, and I think that's probably because it's the same game essentially, I guess, but continued. Like I can't remember it actually. It's been a long time, but I can't remember it improving on as many things as you've been going over, apart from obviously that bubble level. Like,
yeah, like they took out like some things that were less fun, but they also they changed up. Sorry, they changed up the power ups a lot. Like kept the fun ones, scratched the less fun ones, and then added some new fun ones basically. And they added Yoshi to the game. Yoshi wasn't in the first one. Yoshi is a lot of fun, and Yoshi has his own power ups as well. So
yeah, I was kind of half and half on Yoshi. Like I thought, he was great at implementing him, but I don't know. I think I would have preferred him being more of a like he was only sort of there for a specific stage. Like I would have preferred it worked like it does in the 2D games as well, where he's like more of a random power up.
Well, he did appear fairly frequently. Like obviously not in every world, but still like every now and then.
But that was for the stage. Like this is a stage that Yoshi needs to be used. Like you couldn't just use him for any sort of level.
That's true.
Like you could and I kind of wanted that as well. Like just him being a sort of fun power up you could use in any world. But I'm not complaining. We got Yoshi. So that's cool.
Right.
Was Yoshi? And I haven't played the game again. But is Yoshi in that game kind of like in the 2Ds where if he survives through a world you can keep him for another level?
No.
No. That's what I kind of meant. Like,
after you grab the star.
Yeah, he works more like a normal power up way. Yeah. I don't know the music. I can't remember there being as many good tracks for it.
It's got some great ones.
Yeah. I don't doubt there was some great ones, but I don't know. I just can't remember them being as,
Yeah, no, I get you, and I understand. Like, if you hadn't played the game as much as the first Galaxy, then you wouldn't remember the music as well.
But yeah, it had some. I think the boss fights were better in it. seem to remember there was that Bowser Jr. robot, and they were definitely more memorable. I'll give it that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it did improve. I thought it was because that game had the remake of some of the N64 levels as well, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it did. It
Sure,
had
Galaxy 2
the
that did,
Thwomp's Fortress is one of the worlds.
That was cool.
Yeah,
to see.
that was so much fun, and they had the same music but like remade with like real instruments. It was amazing. Just the
I like
music
that.
in itself in that level is just a pleasure to listen to.
It was cool to go back
And it's
to.
actually another world in Galaxy 2 is a world from, or like an extra bonus world kind of from Sunshine. So that was also really
awesome.
neat.
I don't know if I mean, like I said, I can't remember. It's been so long, I can't remember.
Right.
And obviously, I haven't played
Dang.
Sunshine, so maybe I wouldn't have
This
even
game
known.
sounds so fun. I gotta play it.
Dude, yeah, you really
Yeah,
should.
you definitely have to. If you loved Galaxy, you'll love the second one.
Maybe I'll pick it up.
What did you guys think of the new world system as well? Because obviously on the first Galaxy, you were running around on a satellite.
I think they
on
did
this
it.
one. It was more traditional, wasn't it? Like a world
Yeah,
map from the original games.
I really liked
and you kind of
the changes.
explored that planet.
I really like the changes they made in Galaxy 2 because it's just way more easily accessible, and like you don't need
Yeah.
this big thing. It's just there like for aesthetics, especially
Yeah.
like in Galaxy 1. Like there wasn't anything that you could really do there. Like not
Well, they
really.
kind of
Yeah, you couldn't
blended
really
it in.
explore
You
on
got
that
the
one.
best of both worlds, didn't you? Because you still got to explore like the little planet.
Yeah.
You rode
although
around on to get around the galaxy.
I'd say like the observatory place rocket thing in Galaxy 1 like was nothing compared
Yeah.
to Peach's Castle and Delfino Plaza. Like
Yeah.
those two were great, the castle and Delfino Plaza, but the thing in Galaxy 1 never really appealed to me. It was mostly just a nuisance, like getting from stage to stage.
It was kind of weird as well. Like didn't make much sense.
Yeah,
Like,
it
there
was
like
definitely
a
weird.
kitchen and yeah.
So I was very happy with the changes they made in Galaxy 2 for that, because you just go to the wheel and you go to any stage you want. Like it's very convenient.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that. And also you can play as Luigi much earlier in Galaxy 2.
Oh yeah.
He's unlocked
didn't he-
after you beat Bowser, like after you beat the last Bowser. And after that,
Didn't
there's
he
still
have-
so much left of the game. There's
There was like specific levels for him, wasn't there? Or like
no, you can play-
couldn't get a star, could you?
oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
You could get a certain star on some
Well-
levels. I can't.
Well,
I think.
on some levels you can choose, like before you beat Bowser, you'll meet him in certain levels and he'll ask you if you want to play as him instead. But that's optional.
Oh man, that's one thing I remember now about the Galaxy games. I can't remember if it was Galaxy 1 or 2, but the Bowser's fights were all the same, more or less, weren't they?
Yeah, in,
like, they were just harder variations. Like
Exactly.
They just got harder. It was the same boss, but they just threw in extra patterns. I thought that was kind of
Yeah,
disappointing,
in,
considering the other bosses were more
Sorry.
varied.
Exactly. Yeah.
and fun, like,
Galaxy
you had
Galaxy
the-
1 was just like you were on a planet but you had to make Bowser jump onto like a glass thing that had lava under it. And then
Yeah,
he'd burn his butt, and like that was always the thing in Galaxy
as
1.
he always does.
Yeah. I don't
he's getting his
remember
ass blasted.
now for some reason. I can't remember the Bowser fights in Galaxy 2. But they may have also been like
Ah.
the same virtually. Although I know the very last I
Yeah.
do remember the very last bit of the last Bowser fight, which was like a special thing in its own, but besides that they may have also been like just different iterations of the same. I can't really remember.
Yeah, so the sub bosses, if you can call them that, kind of outshined Bowser himself.
Absolutely. There is even a boss gauntlet world kind of in Galaxy 2, like toward the end.
I can't remember that.
It's
but
like
that
you have
sounds
to
awesome.
beat like 5 or 6
Yeah, all
bosses.
the bosses. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. And then after that there's a challenge. You have to beat all those bosses again, but with a time limit, and that's so hard.
Oh,
or at least
dang.
it was really hard for me.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, absolutely. And also a little tidbit about that. I struggled with that stage, like that challenge stage where you have to do it in like 5 minutes or something. I I struggled with it a lot. Like my first time 100%ing the game, like it took me, like I don't even know how many tries it took me. But my second time through the game, when I was 100%ing it afterward, I beat him. I beat it the first try. So I guess I I'd already gotten over that like challenge threshold or whatever. But yeah, man, I want to play Galaxy 2 now that we're talking about it.
I want to play Sunshine as well,
Ooh.
though, because I'm still interested in
Yeah.
playing that. Like,
You should.
I've been very busy lately, but I really wanted to play some Sunshine before we recorded this, just so I could talk about it
Oh yeah.
and to finally see it. It's still there in my mind.
Sunshine
Maybe
is
I'll play it
actually
at
a
some
game
point.
I've sort of speedrunned.
Speed ran.
I don't know how to say that.
Speed ran.
I've speedran
I don't know.
it. Speedrun it. I don't know. Like more like obviously I'm no like speedrunner, but I think I once like the most recent time I played it like in one sitting, I beat it in 4 hours and 20 minutes, and that's just
Dang.
doing the necessary bits. Like it's not 100% run.
Wow.
What's the
Uh,
average
just doing, like-
time for that?
I actually
Probably
have
10 minutes using glitches.
yeah, I haven't checked
like
it up.
in most games.
Yeah, with glitches you can probably beat it in like less than 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about speedrunning. It's like, oh, I just beat this game in 5 minutes. Like, wow. You know, I used glitches.
Yeah,
It's
like that makes it so much less
I want to
fun.
know. Yeah. It's like, well, I don't have any sort of. I don't know if that's impressive or not because
Right.
I don't have any reference to
Yeah.
these glitches and how game breaking they are.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I don't use
Because
glitches.
you can kind of like, you can like do one level and then get everything like within 10 minutes or something like that. That's
boring.
It's just yeah.
Yeah, my 4 hour and 20 minute record is not using glitches, so
Well, makes you better than everyone else.
of course. So yeah, anything else you guys want to say about Galaxy 2?
I can't really think. I don't know. I don't know how most people sort of feel about it.
Yeah.
I think I still like. I think a lot of people are like it's good, but because obviously it's not new because you know, like I said, it's more of a continuation of Galaxy. The developers said they had tons of ideas and just couldn't fit it into Galaxy 1, so they put it into the second game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's very similar. It's also like Mario 64 introduced the 3D Mario genre. Sunshine had Flood as its gimmick. Galaxy had the spinning gimmick, like you spin to attack, and also to
obviously
kind of
using
Float.
gravity.
gravity as well. And they kept all of those gimmicks in Galaxy 2. But in my opinion, they made made it all more fun. In my experience, all of the stages in general anyway are just a lot more
So
fun
Yeah.
the
to play
gameplay
through.
was a lot better.
In my opinion, definitely. They totally nailed the gameplay in that game. It's like one of my favorite video games, period, that game, Galaxy 2. It's amazing in my opinion. Like I can't praise it enough. So yeah. Odyssey now.
All right.
Have you both played Odyssey?
No.
No, but I've seen pictures of it.
So you've seen Mario's nipples.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like how both Mario and Link went shirtless about the same time, like Breath of the Wild and Odyssey. Like
Yeah, it's Nintendo's really catching up with the times, I guess you can say.
right. So Alec, what do you think of Odyssey?
Well, I have very limited knowledge of the game, but I've seen a few videos, and obviously I've watched people play, and
Mm-hmm.
it looks pretty solid actually. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm not quite sure how the world system works in the game, but I've seen like a lot of different worlds. Like I've seen like the desert world and the city and stuff, and they all look
Yeah.
pretty big and pretty. There's a lot to explore. It seems like, and just
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
the hat gimmick, a little a little gimmicky,
Yeah,
but
Cappy.
yeah, Cappy. It seems pretty gimmicky to me, but I do like the idea of it. I like the idea where he, instead of like eating mushrooms or whatever, now he just throws his hat at things and turns into like a Goomba or something. That's kind of cool.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a very neat like.
He's like the James Bond villain. that throws his hat.
Oh right.
Oh.
Odd Job, I believe, or Oddball.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly. But yeah, that's definitely a very, very like fun take on the power-up system.
Yeah, I thought
like you can
so.
become almost any enemy you can become, which is super fun.
And also, I believe you
Absolutely.
can become like a normal person if you go to the city, if I remember correctly. Or maybe I'm wrong.
I
I feel like I
don't
saw
know.
that somewhere.
Not that I like noticed during my playthrough of the game,
Okay.
but I mean I may have missed it. I know I've missed like a bunch of things because there's like 900 moons in that game, and I think I have like 200 something.
Oh man.
So.
But yeah, overall, I thought I think it looks like a really fantastic game. Big and a lot of content to it. Like you could probably play that for 100+ hours, maybe not. Maybe more than that.
Oh, I mean, I know a lot of people have. I know a lot of people have been like crazy into that.
Yeah.
It's an interesting direction they've gone because it looks like they're going, like, what's up with it being very realistic? Like it's definitely hasn't got the Mario design to it. Like
Well,
the
at least
like the dinosaur itself is real, isn't it? It's like it's
you're
not
right.
like a toony sort of dinosaur, is it?
That's true. Actually, on that topic, like the dinosaur definitely fits into that, and also like the people of New Donk City.
Yeah.
Like they look.
Like what is up with this? Does Mario come to our out? Because I don't know anything about the game other than what I've seen in
Yeah.
screenshots.
Well, because
and
thing
that.
is,
Like, does he go to the real world or something? Like, what's up with
I
it?
don't know, because basically all of the locations, or most of them anyway, are just different places on the globe. On the globe,
Oh,
on the
okay.
globe in which the Mushroom Kingdom also exists. So you just visit a bunch of other kingdoms. One
Wow,
of,
so all this time there's been a
I think, Metropolis
Earth-like
Kingdom or
kingdom.
something
yeah.
is, but I mean it is the same planet that the Mushroom Kingdom exists on. So it's like, and by that logic, like Delfino Island or whatever should also be there, even though it's not.
It's a
not.
weird world they live in.
But yeah, like all of these things exist in the same place, like on the same globe.
That's
I,
interesting.
like not counting the Galaxy games, obviously. But
Yeah, because people are always like, where are they gonna go after Galaxy? Because they went everywhere. They went into space. Who knew
Exactly.
that they would just go to the same planet.
yeah, this game, they just go back
So,
to
yeah.
back to the planet. But yeah, it's cool. Like
Wait,
that
what's
we
the
get
planet's
to,
name then? Is there actually a name for?
Not that I
the planet
remember.
The Mushroom Kingdom resides on. Oh, okay.
I don't remember, but it's like it's Earth-like. But yeah, I don't remember actually. If there was a name for it. But yeah, where were we going? Oh yeah, like, yeah, the people in New Donk City, as well as the dinosaur that appears in like one or two kingdoms, definitely look fairly realistic. But those are the only ones I can like think of now off the top of my head. Like other than those, like most enemy designs and like stuff like that still look a lot like Mario things should look. So yeah, it's pretty much just those things, at least as far as I can remember.
Yeah, I think that it looks like I'm definitely gonna be getting it soon. I think once I get some money, and
Good.
I'm excited to play through it. It looks really awesome, and I guess the thing for me was for a while I didn't play Mario games just because they all seemed the same. Like a lot of the platformers and side scrollers, they all just seemed the same with a gimmick. But this one, I guess it's kind of like I guess you could relate it to like the Breath of the Wild of the Mario series, where it just kind of shatters the, I guess what the formula for the original games and the classic games that you've already seen, and kind of makes Mario into a whole new game, which is interesting, and there's tons of stuff to explore and tons of stuff to do, which is just really interesting.
Absolutely, definitely, but I feel like the Mario or at least the games that we're talking about now, like the 3D Mario game franchise, sort of, it's always been very innovative in my experience. Like
It has, yeah.
like the first Mario 64 was obviously an innovation of its time, and Sunshine did a lot of unexpected things that, like, well, for better or for worse. Like some people loved it, some people hated it. And then the Galaxy games also have a lot of interesting gimmicks with like gravity in particular, but also other things. And then we get to Odyssey, which of course also went places we perhaps hadn't expected. It went for a much more like of a collectathon route rather than a like get like through this stage route. Like it doesn't really do that.
Right.
There isn't really an ending to any of the stages.
In Odyssey,
It's mostly just visit these areas and search through them and collect moons, sort of. Like, sure, there's like some more stage-like areas here and there, but
yeah, I remember a lot of people kind of criticized Galaxy for being a bit too linear. So I guess Nintendo are like, well,
yeah, they
okay, then we'll just open everything
did
up.
a complete 180. In my opinion, like
Yeah.
I love Odyssey, but I think it's a little bit too open, personally. At least for a Mario game. Like, if I want to explore, I'll play Zelda or something else where that's more of an established thing.
Yeah.
But if, like, when I play a Mario game, exploration, while I may enjoy it to a degree, because I definitely do, it's not like I don't want to do it to the same extent as it's kind of makes me do in Odyssey.
Yeah, I think I heard it was a bit more open. I was kind of like, I don't know how that's gonna really work in a Mario
yeah, Mario's
game.
always
Exactly.
been a lot more structured than, other games. It's not really exploration genre, I guess. It's more of your classic side
Yeah.
scroll.
Odyssey puts a lot of emphasis on the exploration, though, and I mean, a lot of people love it. So, I mean, obviously they did a good thing because it's got a lot of people really like loving the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm not really one of those people. I definitely like it though. I've had a lot of fun, but I don't think I played more than like 15 or 16 hours of it before I got bored. I beat the game, but not like there's so much like extra stuff I can do that I just haven't felt like.
A lot of people seem obsessed with jumping over huge gaps. Like every recommended video for Mario Odyssey is just someone trying to jump over a huge gap they're not supposed to.
Right, yeah, like bouncing
really-
on Cappy
yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you jump through this side of the gap, you take this invisible wall down. It's like all these
Wow.
technical details just to jump gaps. So that game is just known to me as the gap jumping game at the moment.
Damn.
Can't wait to jump some gaps.
Wow. Yeah. So how do you play the game, Dan?
No, I don't even have a Switch.
Oh, I see.
I'm still burnt out on the Wii U being thrown away by Nintendo
Oh,
into the garbage heap.
yeah. Yeah, they really just ditched that.
Yeah, I think I've only got 10 games for it, and I really only played 4 games for the Wii U. So
Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat on that.
every game, there's no point in even getting one because every game's been ported over to the Switch anyway, hasn't it?
Yeah, every
Smash
game that matters
4.
anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess Smash 4 is like the main reason to have a Wii U, kind of. At least
Yeah,
if you're
that's
into
really the
Smash.
only-
When's the new? Wait, is the new Smash not out
It's
yet?
coming in
I can't
December.
remember. I haven't been
December
keeping up.
12th, I
I
believe.
think
Yeah.
it's early December. Yeah.
But it's probably going to be a lot better than Smash.
Oh,
4.
I am like you don't even I can't even put
so-
into words
I'm so
how excited I am
excited.
for
Yeah,
Smash
same.
Ultimate. But yeah, this is a Mario discussion.
That's true.
So yeah, I guess though I guess I kind of shared my thoughts on Odyssey. I like it, but it's not like quite my cup of tea, personally.
Yeah, it's what we say in Britain.
We say coffee in
cup
America.
of tea.
It's not my cup of coffee.
Actually, we just say tea too. So we
Yeah.
just say
Oh,
cup
damn.
of tea
You
as
just-
well.
What everyone.
But you
it's a
threw
British
all
thing.
of the tea in the harbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we
threw the
secretly,
tea in the harbor.
Dived in and drunk it later.
In Sweden, I guess we both are equally common. My entire family are like major coffee junkies, except for me. I can't drink coffee.
You drink Monster.
I don't even do that. I drink a lot of tea. But yeah, not coffee, not Monster.
Monster's pretty good. I drink that every once in a while. Coffee's really good. Really. Oh my gosh. And so
I don't want to get
Do you have
addicted.
what age do you have to be to drink energy drinks there? Because you get ID'd
I-
if you
I
buy
don't-
any drinks
I don't
here.
think there's an
Oh.
age for energy drinks here.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's the limit in England?
I thought initially it was supposed to be 14 plus, but if you go
Wait.
through the automatic machines, you have to be 21 or over.
Like-
What?
I think I've even
Wow.
seen... No, you have to look over 25 here. Like, you obviously can be 18 or whatever or over, but you have to look over 25 if you don't have a license or anything.
Wow.
So you have to look over 25 to buy Monster here.
Whoa.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's the new smoking here. You know,
Oh,
everyone's
yeah.
hiding behind the hedge,
Well,
drinking up some Monster.
That's good in a way. If it's like taking over smoking.
I don't know. Like,
Isn't-
it's a lot of sugar, isn't it?
It's not anywhere near as harmful
True.
as smoking, though.
Like, they complain about smoking, but the amount of other shit like that we consume that's equally as bad.
True.
you know?
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of shit.
So it's just trading one vice for another.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Damn. So, monsters aside, do you think you could like?
I'll be in power up in the next Mario.
Energy
Oh
drink.
yeah, like just you just become super hyper.
It'll be illegal, and they
Yeah.
won't be able to sell it in Britain.
yeah. You joke, but that probably would happen. They'd like censor the monster drink into something else, like I don't know, water or something. I don't know.
Right. I mean, it's kind of like the hot peppers in Galaxy 2 and Odyssey. Like, it makes you run super fast. And,
Oh,
like,
right,
You
yeah.
lose all control of yourself, sort of. But yeah, what I was gonna say. Do you guys think you could make a favorites list ranking the 3D Mario titles from best to worst, or favorite to least favorite, rather?
Ooh, yeah.
Considering I've only played a handful, I'd probably say Galaxy 1, then Galaxy 2, but that's only because I'm not really remembering them too well, and then
Gotcha.
Mario 64 at the bottom.
Oh yeah. Out of the ones you've played, yeah.
Yeah.
So how about you, Alec?
Well, I haven't, as I said, I haven't played Sunshine or Odyssey or a little bit of Galaxy.
Or Galaxy 2. Yeah.
But I mean, Galaxy 2 sounds really fun.
Dude.
So
it
I
is.
guess for a potential favorite list or whatever, once I play them all, I would say the projected ratings would be 64 at the top, always and forever.
Oh, nice. Interesting.
Galaxy 1, Galaxy 2,
Mhm.
Odyssey, and Sunshine. Nothing wrong with Sunshine, just, someone's got to be last,
Yeah,
I
no.
guess.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. My list would be.
You should have made a TV series
Of-
based on Sunshine.
Yeah!
Like, just had that exact same sort of, story and narrative going on with the same voice.
the same amazing voice
Really.
acting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
Like those Piantas, the big noses. Oh man, they're amazing.
Yeah.
My list from favorite to least favorite. Surprise, surprise! Galaxy 2 is at the top.
Nice.
And my second spot goes to Sunshine, actually.
Okay.
And
Ah.
number 3, I think, would be Odyssey. Even though I spoke some shit about it, I still like it a lot. It's a lot of fun still. Number 4, Super Mario 64. And number 5, Galaxy 1.
Ouch.
Yeah, I love the game, though. I love all of those games. That's the thing. But, yeah.
Someone's got to be last.
Someone has got to be last. So, Galaxy, sorry. You bite the dust today. So yeah. Any closing thoughts? Anything you forgot to mention, or anything you'd like to tell the listeners?
No, I don't have anything. I said what I needed to say, I guess.
Very
Sounds
good.
pretty good.
How about you, Dan?
I've got nothing. I'm trying to think of something smart to say, but
It's hard to be smart.
it's gone.
Yeah. So I guess I'll thank you guys very much for joining me on this discussion. It's been a lot of fun. As always, you're welcome to come back in the future for future segments, future episodes. And without further ado, I guess we'll round.
We got to do an next episode. Should be Bubsy.
Actually, I've already got a theme, a topic planned for the next one. Bubsy needs to be a topic at some point, though.
It definitely
I will
does.
not forget.
It's one of the best game series, best mascot, best everything in the world.
Best smirk.
Yeah, but you can't deny that one.
Absolutely.
The smirk is all encompassing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there we
It's
have
got
it.
it's just the best. It's got that I want to punch you in the face kind of
Yeah,
smirk to it.
it really is the flawless smirk.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
All right.
like he beat Sonic on that one.
Oh, ooh, without a
By
doubt.
far, yes.
Yeah,
Sonic has
So,
nothing
yeah.
on that guy.
yeah.
So, thank you everyone so much for listening to this episode of the Minish Cast, and we will see you guys hopefully at some point next month. Bye bye. Welcome one and all to the Minish Cast. Wait, sorry, let me do that over. Welcome one and all to the review. No, this is not the review debate. Man, I'm sorry. Actually, let's not cut.
You
Actually,
had one job.
actually,
you had one job better.
actually, whatever. Let's keep this. Welcome
Okay.
to the Master Quiz. I had to look at my notes for that. And this is, well, seeing as Chase once again won on his own quiz last time, he is now a contestant, and he will do what he can to defend his title as reigning champion of the Master Quiz, even though he doesn't want to. He has to do what he can. He's gonna do his best. And he is up against Spiritual Mask Salesman. Say hello.
Hey, everybody.
And say hello, Chase, as well, just because, you're here.
Okay. Hi.
And by the way, I was also in the previous segment, I think. I'm Pendio. I was probably hosting the previous segment.
Yeah, you're probably in every segment this time.
I'm probably hosting both segments this round. Maybe Libkus doing a segment. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Anyway, so I'm hosting now because we needed Chase to, or DekuNut, whatever you want to call him, we needed him to be a contestant. So, the theme in today's contest is Star Wars. Have we had that as a theme before, or I feel like we kind of probably have. Or maybe
It feels like something we'd have a theme of, but I don't remember.
didn't you
having
do like the thing with the green milk or something, blue milk or whatever it was?
Oh yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it?
So I think we have had this as a theme before, but what the hell, I don't mind.
Wanna buy death sticks?
You do not want to sell me any death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink my life. Anyway, Attack of the Clones aside, I would like to know you guys' buzzer sounds for this episode. So Chase, please give me your buzzer sound first. Show me what it sounds like.
For some reason, I didn't think ahead. Mask, you go first.
SMS, what is your buzzer sound? It could be anything.
Buzz.
Perfect. All right, now we know what that sounds like.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna tell you, but you're gonna know exactly what it is when you hear it.
Can you guarantee me that?
Yes, I can guarantee you, 100%, you are going to
All
know
right.
what's going on.
All right, then I'll take that as or I'll accept that. Okay, then we have 5 questions to delve into. The person who, after all of the questions have been answered, has the most points will move on to the next round and will have to defend the title that they will have as the champion of the Master Quiz. And for each question that neither of the contestants is able to answer, I will get a point. So hopefully I won't win, because that means that just means I've done the quizzes or the questions too hard. And I hope that's not the case. I think that's not the case because I put these together in like a pretty short amount of time. So, question 1, guys. Get ready. In episode 3, what's the name of the clone who assists Obi-Wan? Oh my god, yes, Chase! Who, man?
Was the clone Rex?
Not Rex.
Damn it.
Buzz.
Sorry.
Alright, SMS.
Was it Commander Cody?
Cody, yes!
That's it.
Cody was his name. GG. Good guy. Gotta keep a little point tally here just to make sure I don't miss anything. Okie doke. Question 2. Rounded to the closest 100, you know? Like, rounded up or down to the closest 100. How old is Yoda when he dies in episode 6?
Buzz.
SMS.
About 600.
That is false. Do you have a guess, Chase?
Is it when 900 years old you reach?
900 is correct. That is 1 point each to you guys.
Haha.
This is a tense one. Question 3. What's the name of the hive of scum and villainy or whatever where Luke and Obi-Wan first meet? All right, I didn't finish the question, but you may answer.
Well,
Chase.
first of all, they didn't meet. Luke and Obi-Wan did not meet at said hive of scum and villainy. They both met Han Solo there.
I hadn't finished the question yet.
Okay.
Maybe I was
well,
gonna say something.
I don't think you were.
I hadn't finished. You may give me a answer, and after that I can read you my fully written question.
All right.
What's your answer?
Oh, okay. Oh no.
Bumbling.
It's on the tip of my tongue. It's okay. You know what? Screw it. Let Mask go.
Actually, now I'm gonna have to reread the question, and since you buzzed, you can't buzz. But I will reread the question and read the full question. What's the name of the hive of scum and villainy or whatever, where Luke and Obi-Wan first meet Han Solo?
Okay, so you were going to say something.
Buzz.
All right, SMS.
Maz Eisley Cantina.
That's a point. That was my full question. And that is 2 points to SMS and 1 point to Chase DekuNut.
I'm so disappointed in myself.
So, question 4. Second to last question now. Who's the actor that plays the fat alien that's handing out rations to Rey in episode 7?
Buzz.
SMS.
I don't really remember his name, but he's the guy who plays Scotty in Star Trek, the newer ones.
I'm going to need a name, I'm afraid.
Damn, I don't remember it.
I have his name.
Alright, we got Chase.
His name is Simon Pegg.
You're right. Man, oh, this is a close one. We got 2-2. And we have one question remaining. Are you guys ready? The moment of truth is upon us. Question 5. What was the first produced film in which we could see the Emperor?
Buzz.
I heard SMS first.
Okay.
What's your answer?
Empire Strikes Back.
That's right! We got a winner! It's Spiritual Mask Salesman!
Oh.
That was a very close one, though. A
Why
very
am I
close
so
one.
disappointed?
Good game, guys. Why are you so disappointed? Tell me, Chase.
because half of me wanted to win, and the other half of me realized that this really is just a reason for me to not win.
Yeah. Yeah, if I was in your situation, I don't think I would want to win either. Although it is kind of fun to compete, so I could relate, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been a contestant in this before as well, at least twice. So.
Yeah, well, this is my first time, so.
And you won, so you are welcome back to the next round, which will be hosted by Chase that time.
Yay.
So he will be back in his usual spot. Cool. All right. Good game, guys. And thank you all so much for watching. Or listening, actually, because this is a podcast. Thank you so much for listening. And we will smell you lovelies later.